In the vault today, we're looking at a book called Lilly and the Pirates by Phyllis Root. And this is a book that is not that old. It was copywritten, or it came out in 2010, but this author's been around since the late 70s, in the 80s, and so forth. So I did happen to pick this up, and I thought it was a really great read. It is a story about a girl who she is left to go live with an uncle or great uncle that she has not met before, because her parents are scientists and they want to go and study something very obscure on some very obscure islands, and it's too dangerous for her to go. And what makes this really an interesting read is that the author, or the character Lily, she deals a lot with anxiety. And so I know there are a lot of books out. When I've gone to the library, there's so many books about um, big feelings and anxiety and what to do with them. And I think they, at least from what I've looked at, it feels more empty to look at something like that versus a book like this, because this is all done through storytelling on how to deal with anxiety. And so Lily, she has a book where she has many notebooks where she writes down everything she's afraid of, all the anxieties that she has every day, and she carries those books around. And despite that, she is uh, forced from circumstances to move forward into her own adventures and to work through those anxieties. And so I thought it was a really great story. I didn't pick it up for that, for the anxious part, but I thought, girl pirate, wonderful. Okay, let's take a look. And so I read this again as a bedtime story to my kids. My daughter, especially my oldest daughter, really enjoyed it, um, because I think, as there are a lot of things to be anxious about these days sometimes, and so to see a character who it really resonated with that, with oh, I feel scared, or this makes me nervous, but to see how this character deals with it was really great. You'll see there are a lot of chapters here. It's not that long of a book. It maybe takes, I don't know. It's, you could read it in a couple hours if you wanted to sit down and read it, but maybe like about a week's time to read through it. But the chapters are super short. So one thing I really noticed about this author was that there is no fat on the there's no filler, no fat or anything on the chapters. So each chapter is about 3 or 4 pages. It is super short, but everything that happens, every sentence leads you to a new. It drives the story forward, and I recognized that as I was reading it, but it's very sensory. Um, it uses a lot of sensory words. There's a lot of visualization, a lot of action, and so forth. So it's, despite it being a fairly short story, there is a lot going on. So we have in these, including uh, the short chapters, you have these bigger illustrations as well. And so if you have a new reader who's getting into chapter books, it's a good one to do. But also, it's just kind of makes it a good like bridge between kids who are want to hear a story, but also still like the seeing pictures and so forth. So yeah, so there's quite a bit that happens in this story, lots of adventure, and I think it is a good one to share. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this author. If you have other recommendations of her, I'd love to read them. And I will see you in the vault.